Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to day 31 of Walking in Wisdom, where I cover a new chapter of Proverbs every day of October 2020. And it's hard to believe that we are already on the last day of this little project. And I know I've learned a lot, and I hope you have too. But something that's really been pointed out to me is that wisdom is a slow process. It's not something that can be done in a day. That means I need to go back and read through all of the Proverbs again and again so I can get it in my head and in my heart. But speaking of heart, let's also talk about marriage, because this chapter has the abounding expectation of what a woman should be like. So some interesting notes before we get into the poem of what the Proverbs 31 woman is. It's an acrostic poem, so it means that each line of the poem begins with a new letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which is really cool when you're reading the Hebrew, but it absolutely has nothing to do with the English language, so why am I even talking about it? Whatever. But this poem also praises a virtuous woman and serves as an example of what to look for in a spouse to the guys. So the woman described here is truly remarkable. While it's assumed that women played a subservient role in the home in the society of ancient Israel, this woman defies every one of those descriptions. Not only is she a manager of the household, she's also a shrewd businesswoman and praised for it. And we should also notice, too, that everything that she does is for her family and, by extension, for her community. And she lives and works for the well-being and the livelihood of others. And she's not interested in promoting her own self-worth, but her worth is demonstrated by her service, which is ultimately motivated by her love for God. Such a woman should be treasured and honored. So here we go. An excellent wife, who can find? She is far more precious than jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not harm all the days of her life. She seeks wool and flax and works with the willing hands. She is like the ships of the merchant. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. The fruit of her hands she plants a vineyard. She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She perceives that her merchandise is profitable. Her lamp does not go out at night. She puts her hands to the distaff and her hands to the spindle. She opens her hands to the poor and reaches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow, for her household are clothed in scarlet. She makes bed coverings for herself, and her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them. She delivers sashes to the merchant. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, and her husband also, he praises her. And he says, many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. So let's talk about three quick things. First off, fears the Lord. This is an essential characteristic for any exceptional person, and for only those who fear the Lord will they obtain the wisdom to accomplish all the other attributes that are described in this poem. And second, here's looking at you guys. Don't take your wife for granted. Don't just show love and praise for her at home. Oh, honey, what a wonderful meal. But also brag about your wife to all of your friends and everyone around you. And lastly, the most basic human relationship according to God's design is the joining of a man and a woman in holy matrimony. However, due to our act of rebellion, this relationship has been undermined. But in God's mercy, he still blesses our marriages. I'm thankful for that. But since our relationship with the Creator is also restored in Christ, this likewise serves to restore our marriages and all other human relationships. So we are thankful for a God who has a mediator, who has a reconciler, brings us not only in good relationship with us to Him, but also between us and everyone else around us. So I hope that these videos have helped you grow in your faith in Christ. And I appreciate that you've chosen to spend your time with me over this past month. And I look forward to figuring out what my next series is going to be. And if you have any ideas, drop it down in the comments. Or while you're still here, take a look at this playlist over here. It's about the Lord's Prayer, coffee, and catechism. I might get back to those. You never know. But anyway, thank you for spending your time with me. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments of the next video. Have a great day. Bye.